Okay, we are back with some more Lana Del Rey. Next up is her speech at Variety, talking about finding her husband and beating the singer's curse. I'm not sure what the singer's curse is. Is it like a one-hit wonder kind of thing? Because she's definitely not that. I did see a snippet of Charlie talking about Lana, I think. I don't remember what she was saying, but she was like giving her props and stuff. Very cool. Also, I got a Born to Die vinyl. I went out of the house for once, believe it or not, and I went to a vinyl store, which was the first time I went. It was so fucking cool, dude. It was so cool. I wanted to drop so much freaking money. But they're expensive. They're expensive. But I got Fearless from Taylor, Macadelic from Mac Miller, and Born to Die from Lana. So very freaking fun, awesome time. Anyways, let's hop into this and check it out.
Hello, so happy to be here. Congratulations to everybody. Jack, you're such a big reason for why I'm friends with so many of the people I know in this room. I knew
Jack's the
nobody
plug.
when I started. That's why the first time I was ever nominated for any Grammy, I just didn't go. I didn't know how to do it. I really didn't. I didn't know a person. And then when I met Jack in 2018, he dragged me from the Clive Davis party, which is like one of the few things I actually love to do, to people watch. And he brought me to a diner, and he was like, if you just come to my home studio, I think we could write something really amazing. And
Really?
I
That's how
was
it.
not
Wait.
convinced.
This is a story of how they just like connected. Wait. This is how they met.
People
Wait.
watch. And he brought me to a diner, and which is like,
You,
he dragged me from the Clive Davis party,
Clive
which
Davis
is
party.
like one of the few
Who?
things I actually love to do, to people watch. And he brought me to a diner, and he was like, if you just come to my home studio, I think we could write something really amazing. And I was
I wonder
not
what song
convinced. He
she's
is
talking
the
about.
most persistent, convincing person. I needed that. Like, there are so many things I would not have done if he hadn't made me. After his wedding, he told me to
W Jack in the chat. W Jack, dude. He's always clutch, dude. He's a real one. He's been a real one for how long, dude? He's been cooking in the game. He's been making a name and been working with the biggest artists, dude. He's a real one.
After his wedding, he told me to stay at the Seaside Motel last year for 5 days because there was only one slot left on the Zoom session to
Zoom
submit
session.
to the Grammys. I, at the
They do it
time,
on
didn't
Zoom?
even know that you personally had to submit. I thought that if your song was good, people just put it on a ballot. And
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. Like when I didn't know anything about the Grammys, like a long time ago, I always assumed that the Grammys was just whoever gets voted the best. You know, I had no idea there's like an academy where they actually have like 100 people that specifically vote. It's not like up to the fans. But then again, if it's up to the fans, you know, the most popular person always wins. So it's like that's kind of unfair. But yeah, I get it. Huh?
if your song was good, people just put it on a ballot. And
Coffee's getting
if
cold.
people voted for it the most, you won. So I waited for 5 days. I did a Zoom session with, I started seeing like anonymous people enter the Zoom room with no names and thousands of them. And we had taken an hour to practice a song that wasn't even the song that was
In a Zoom call to thousands of
being
people.
submitted. Because I didn't know how to do like Jimmy Jimmy Cocoa Puff, Jimmy Jimmy Rye. So I just did my favorite song. And we ended up being.
Wait, she performed that on a Zoom call. What? But she said she didn't do that. She just did her favorite song. What other song is she talking
So
about?
I just did my favorite song.
Candy
And
Necklace?
we ended up being nominated for, was it maybe 5 nominations last year. So, there's so many things that I learn every year. I'm so happy for everybody who has won an award. I'm hearing words tonight like innocence is the most important thing to hold on to. Truth.
I love how she looks so confused by that. Innocence? Like, look at her face. That's a perfect screenshot, dude. Innocence? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? I don't think anyone that's innocent is hitting a vape and, making songs about, sex or some stuff like that, right? That's not very innocent. So I think she's just as confused as me. I don't know why they're talking about
I'm
innocence.
hearing words tonight like innocence is the most important thing to hold on to.
Her reaction,
Truth
dude.
prevails above all. Follow your heart. This is a way different climate than 15 years ago. I'm just there. I have so many thoughts in my head, and I'm hoping that everyone who is here tonight who received an award will just fly with the confidence that getting it has instilled in you, if it means anything to you, because if you have momentum, keep it up. Don't ever let it stop. Jack is a big reason why part of my story and the perception of me turned around. If it did
That's
at
nice.
all, it is in part because of the music that he helped bring out in me. I love to sing. I love to write. It kind of diminished a little bit over those 10 years before I met him. And most of all, I'm grateful for
Wow,
him, for his example.
He reignited that spark. I was gonna say, dude, I miss her working with Emil. Emil. Is it? I forget if it's Emil. I'm pretty sure it's Emil, because Kid Cudi says, Emil, what's up? It's Emil. And I remember learning that she made a bunch of songs with Emil on Born to Die. With Emil, and that blew my mind. And it's just crazy because I always knew him from Kid Cudi, and that was my all-time fave artist. So it was really cool to see that crossover. But I just wish she would collab with him again, like nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, when's the last time she collabed with Emil? Probably like 2012, maybe 2013. I don't know. So I would like to see that again, just at least a one-time thing. Come on.
And most of all, I'm grateful for him, for his example that he gave me in his marriage to Margaret. I saw the way he looked at her when he met her, and he's a big reason why I waited so long to get married and why I met my amazing husband. And I really feel like there's kind of a singer's curse around like meeting an honest partner who has no skin in the game, no dog in the race. And it's
No
super
dog in the
nerve-wracking
race.
to have to kind of hold on to an innocent perception of how things could go when you're in an industry where maybe your values and your morals don't quite match up with what's going on, especially when people think that you probably don't have any morals or values. So it can get all twisted up.
I'm so lost. I mean, I feel like the only people thinking you don't have morals or values are the haters online, right? Like, but the whole idea of the singer's curse, that's not really just for singers. It's pretty much for anyone that's famous, right? Because I feel like that's always a struggle when you're famous is finding someone that truly loves you. It's like, how do you know they just don't want you for the money? They don't want you for the clout. How do you know that? Wait, was that a real thing I was watching? Or Love is Blind? Love is Blind. The one guy on Love is Blind. It's a fucking tragic story, dude. Tragic, tragic story. This guy, I'm only on the first 2 episodes, but he lost all of his family, his parents, both of his parents, his grandparents, but he inherited a fuck ton of money at a young age. So it's like, yeah, you could be like, oh, he's rich as fuck now, but he lost all his fucking family. I mean, it's just so tragic. That made me so fucking sad. I feel really bad for the guy. Like, the money does not make up for that. But the fact was that he was really insecure about girls dating in the pods and stuff because of his money and shit. And it's like, I can see that. I can see that where it's like, you don't know if they're really for you. So when you do find someone that's like that, like she found Jeremy, like if he is like that G that's down to ride or die and stuff, like that's super lucky. That's a really lucky thing, and she should really hold on to that.
Don't have any morals or values. So it can get that don't quite match up with what's going on, especially when people think that you probably don't have any morals or values. So it can get all twisted up. So Jack, thank you so much for maybe helping other people look at me in a way that is a little bit closer to how I perceive myself Freud would say that that's very important, considering 30% of how you feel about yourself is what you hear other people say about you.
I've never. Did Freud say that? Did Freud Sigmund say that? Is that a thing? I've never heard of that. 30% of what you feel about yourself is what you hear other people say about you. That's like really true because when you think about it, it's like people will always say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck what other people think." Obviously, you fucking do if you have to say that out loud. Like everyone cares about what people think to some degree, to some degree, some more than others. But I just never thought of that like quote. Wow.
Percent of how you feel about yourself is what you hear
Wow.
other people say about you, regardless of whether you care or not. That's just true. So, other than my managers, you really have turned my life around in the way that I still think making music is fun. You have so many friends. You've just really made it feel like Hollywood can be glamorous still, and you can still have a very rich home life, even when you get rich.
Aww.
I was talking about me, not you. You'll be richer than all of us with your 50% on everything. Jack has
That's so
more
true.
marble in his house, more herringbone patterned wood floors, more shiplap,
More
more
Rolexes.
farmhouse sinks and
Farmhouse
car
sinks.
elevator lifts in Brooklyn
What?
than I could ever imagine he'd be
Car
interested
elevators.
in. And
That's crazy to think about. I didn't know what percentage the producer gets because like there's more than goes into that, right? Like there's multiple producers, right? You split 50%. Do they split up the 50% or do they do based on how much work they did? What about the writers? What about people that play instruments? You know what I mean? Like if they get in like some instrument players, I feel like it's not a 50-50 across the board with all of his songs. There's no shot. Like there's some songs out there where there's extra, writers and stuff. Like it has to be. But that's like really smart though when you think about it, because like he's stacking dough. He's probably stacking mad dough of all the artists he's collabed with. Like, dude.
congratulations.
Congratulations for being so rich. I love that. That was such a funny outro, dude. That's crazy, man. The industry finally catching up with her talent is one of the most important success stories in music history. She's a true artist that changed pop and deserves all the acclaim. Very true. Very true. It seems like the industry really didn't like Lana, considering... I mean, I didn't really know too much other than the Grammys guy. When the Grammys was going around, I'm sure you all seen the drama with that fucking loser anonymous Grammy voter talking shit on Lana for something from a decade ago, like over a decade ago. Like that guy, they said they were going to. The Grammys said, the Academy said they're doing an investigation on that guy, right? Whatever happened to that? Are they going to be public about the results of that investigation? Or are they just going to forget about it and hope everyone else forgets about it? Because that's fucking stupid. We need more transparency. Fuck that guy, dude. Get him fired. You can tell she's a real poet by the way she speaks. True. Like the spoken word poems. The hair curl next to her face is cute. Very, very cute. True. Is super cute. Icon. Her voice, her speech, such an incredible person, you can tell. So basically, if she was more industry aware, she would probably sweep the Grammys every single year. I wonder, they say that. I mean, maybe, but what if, like, there was more people with biases in the fucking voters of the Grammys, and that one guy was the only guy that actually, like, made a statement anonymously about it. So it's like, we're talking about an industry here. I don't know. The irony is, words can't describe how connected I feel to this woman. She and Angelina have the same aura and energy. Angelina Jolie, I love them, powerful but also vulnerable. Ooh, absolutely legendary, timeless presence. That actually makes sense. I do see that with Angelina as well. I was thinking of Dakota Johnson. I remember that one video with Dakota Johnson on talking on the phone to Billy, and her voice and even the way she speaks is like so Lana. It's so Lana, so soft and sweet. The way she talked about Jack and how he gave her a push she needed sobbing. It was incredibly sweet. With your 50% on everything. That's tea right there. I mean, again, that's probably not every song. Just whatever songs like that's just strictly the two of them, I'm guessing. Which would be fair if it's just two people. She was a legend way before she met Jack. True, but she's talking about the industry here, right? This girl is so in love. She's glowing. True. She's so transparent and refreshing in the industry. True, true. Happiest I've seen her. True. Jack getting 50% is insane. It's not insane. Now, honestly, imagine what he's getting with Taylor songs. True. I'd hate that, honestly. I know it could be controversial, but dude, 50%. If it's just you two, the artist and the producer, that's totally fucking fair. Producers do way more work than people fucking realize, and it can turn a shit artist into an amazing artist. So like they have a lot of fucking control in what you hear. So like 50% is perfectly fucking fair. If it was like anything higher than 50, that would be ridiculous. But like what I was shocked about was 50-50 if there's multiple people like Lana, some writers, some other instrument players, and then Jack gets 50 and then everyone else gets a smaller piece. That would make no sense. But I'm pretty sure she's talking about just her and Jack. And I think that's totally fucking fair, dude. It's a joint effort. Anyways, super dope video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Very fucking cool. Hope you all have a good day, man. Much love and peace out.